Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm Geeta Vara and I'm a London-based Ayurvedic practitioner and wellness coach, working with clients like you all over the world, helping you to be the healthiest, most vibrant versions of yourselves through wellness consultations, coaching, virtual workshops, retreats, my book and more. In this short video today, I want to explore a little bit around the Ayurvedic diurnal clock and share with you how we can better align our routines and rituals to a more natural rhythm. I don't know about you, but I am no stranger to the concept of rituals, and I grew up surrounded by such practices and ceremonies. Now, I don't see rituals as a set of strict must-dos, but more as guidelines to help us live a healthier and happier life, and to help us remember that simple changes will bring balance to our doshas. I invite you to explore lots of Ayurvedic rituals that will not only bring about many preventative health benefits, but also practices that you really enjoy as self-care practices. You can find so many of these in my book, Ayurveda, Ancient Wisdom for Modern Wellbeing. Now, in Sanskrit, we call our daily regimens as dinacharya, and they are easy day-to-day Ayurvedic and yogic lifestyle regimes that enhance the quality of our life, keeping our mind and body cleansed, especially in the morning time. You see, when we are making plans with friends and family, we often say, "Oh, I don't mind, I'm happy to go with the flow." If only we had that conversation more often with our inner selves and felt inclined to flow with our body's needs. With our busy day-to-day work life, we are often at the mercy of the timings dictated to us by modern society. We are now working longer hours than ever before, and whilst most of us are working at home, we now also lack the necessary boundaries between work and home life. What's more, technology has enabled us to stretch times in all sorts of ways. We can go to the gym or do grocery shopping at 2 a.m. if we want. We can get blackout blinds to sleep anytime during the day, and we can work all night with unlimited access to industrial lighting. On top of this, some people manage 2 jobs, some study and work at the same time to change the direction of their life. Now, this was certainly part of my journey for a while. And then you also have those people who juggle work and raising and caring for children. We've really normalized burning the candle at both ends. With so much going on, it is no surprise that we have lost all sense of our body clock. So if you stop to think about it, are we really in the flow of our day? We so often get caught up by the false sense of time that we forget to listen to our inner signals. Our bodies are designed to follow natural circadian rhythms so that we stay in a healthy flow. After all, timing is everything. We can roughly split our 24-hour clock into 6 time zones. The daily clock is so important, and it influences our natural energy in relationship to the cosmic forces. Natural structure and routine can really support our life. Just as the doshas influence our constitution and the seasons, the doshas also influence the time of day. You can watch my video on doshas for more details on this. The energy of kapha dominates the morning part of our day, when most of us are just getting up and the body feels heavy, slow, relaxed and cool. By choosing to wake earlier and be active, we can prevent sluggishness from setting in and the kapha from increasing in an adverse way. Now, have you ever noticed that you feel more tired the later you actually wake up? Since we enter a hypometabolic state during the kapha time, this is a time when we experience natural heaviness and grogginess in the body. So it is best to wake up at the beginning of the kapha phase, or preferably earlier, and that is around 6 a.m. or earlier. In the morning, we can balance ourselves with activities that have opposing qualities to that of kapha. It is a great time for cleansing, for physical exercise, for working and doing anything that stimulates and invigorates our body and mind. And on this basis, it is not recommended to have a huge and heavy breakfast during the time, as it can make us feel heavy and dull. Contrary to popular belief, we don't need to have breakfast like a king. It's more a time for some stimulating ginger and lemon tea, and we only want to gently stoke our digestive fire with something light, provided hunger is actually there, such as spiced and stewed apples, for example. As we move into the late morning and early afternoon, our minds are active and our metabolic activities are now in full flow. So this is a time to continue with work and digest both physically and mentally. This is when we are at our most alert. At noon, as the sun reaches its highest point, our appetite should also mirror this high and hunger should be present. This means that lunch is considered the main meal of the day in Ayurveda. In the most part of the latter afternoon, Vata dominates the energy, which means variability sets in for digestion, mental activity and mood. We enter again a hypermetabolic phase, and it's a peak time for light mental activity and creative work. I recommend practices that calm the nervous system down, such as breathing, meditation, creative arts and creative work. As we enter the second phase of our diurnal cycle from 6 p.m, it's a time to slow down. This is not the best time for the gym or heavy meals like we have become used to in our modern culture. We are better off having a light early evening meal followed by pleasant conversation and reflections, and use the remaining part of the evening to prepare for sleep. We can aim to go to sleep around 10 p.m, while we can use the heaviness of kapha to our advantage at this time to actually induce a deeper sleep. So have you ever noticed that the later you go to sleep, the more unrested you actually feel? Or do you start to get the midnight munchies? As the metabolism powers up again due to the pitta dominance, and the mind gets active again, and if we don't listen to what the body needs, we will eat foods that do not digest and that disturb the quality of our sleep even further. Ideally, when we transition over the pitta stage between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m, our body goes into a repair mode, and this is the time when our cells and tissues are designed to rejuvenate. As we continue to sleep in the early hours and our body continues to rest, we now repair our mental faculties. Since the time between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. is dominated by Vata, those of us who are prone to worries and stresses will find that sleep can be disturbed and light, and dreams and thoughts can kick in and start to sometimes take over. As we get towards 5 a.m. in the depths of the Vata time, it's a perfect time to wake up the body, and many yogis use this time to rise early before the sun and ground themselves when nervous energy can increase by practicing yoga, breathing and meditation. It's a perfect time to be with ourself, and it's certainly not the time to be engaging in any stimulating activities. Have you noticed how you feel when you follow a more natural pattern, and when you follow a pattern that does not follow your circadian rhythms? Do leave a comment below. We only have to observe how we feel to know what is actually right for us. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more ancient wisdom and wellness tips. And connect with me over on Instagram, where I share more regular posts. Have a great day.